Hey, I'm Travis.
And I'm Nelson.
We're from the movie Party Night.
Yeah, and you're watching the 13th Wolfman.
Ow!
I know you both really want to go to the school's after prom party, but...
Yeah, go on.
Nelson wants us to have our own after prom party. Just us.
I'm in.
Yes!
It sounds like fun. It sounds like fun. Just us.
They thought their after prom party would be fun, but they were wrong.
Come on, guys. This is going to be totally off the hook.
Dead wrong.
Yo! Liven up! This place is dope! Let's get this party started!
There's someone up there, Nelson.
All right, look, who's out there? We're just looking for our friends, okay?
We have to get out of here.
Oh no! Stop! What are you doing?
Let's get this killer night started.
Okay.
Hey everybody, I'm the 13th Wolfman. You know who I have with me today? I have three of the people from the big movie Party Night that just came out. Drew Shotwell, Billy Brannigan, and Troy Escamilla, the director, writer, and the teacher in the movie. Welcome to Sit Down, guys.
Thank you.
Hey, what's up?
So let's talk about this. This movie is definitely a love letter to the 1980s slasher films. I mean, you have just a little bit of everything in there. What'd you guys think of making this movie? Were you on board when you got the call to be in it?
100%.
Yeah?
Yeah, definitely. I was hyped. I mean, when they asked me to audition and stuff, I made sure. I prepped hard. I was like, I need to get a role in this.
Did you get the role you wanted?
Yeah, actually, I think he had me audition for all three of the characters, the main boys, and he originally casted me as who was it?
Andrew.
As Andrew. So I was like, yeah, definitely, I'm down for that. But then as it got closer, he decided to change me to Travis, and I mean, I was down for either of them. I liked them all, so.
Yeah. What about you, Drew?
Yeah, I auditioned for Nelson and Andrew, and I didn't feel like I was feeling the part for Andrew at one point because I had to take my shirt off, and I would like get really uncomfortable with that stuff, and then I auditioned for Nelson, and I felt like it went pretty smoothly, and then I was like, oh man, I hope I get this part. Like this could set me off, you know.
It was
you guys
awesome. Get to work with three of the prettiest ladies out there. I mean,
oh yeah,
no complaints there, huh?
Yeah,
no.
It was awesome. 'Cause I mean, like staying at the house with everyone was great too. You know, we got to stay with them, and we
really bonded.
Yeah, crazy friendships. It was just great. I mean, it was a great experience.
So Troy, you wrote and directed this movie, and as we were talking a few minutes ago, I'm a big horror freak from way back. I've been a horror nut since I was 5. You know, this is, like I said, this is a love letter to the 80s slasher. How long have you been like a horror fan? Your entire life?
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, I grew up in the 80s, so yeah. I mean, I remember my mom and dad taking me to see Poltergeist. That was the first horror movie I think I ever saw in the movie theater. I was like, 4 or 5 years old, had no business going to see it. It scared the shit out of me. But I was hooked. I mean, and since then I've been a huge horror fan. Definitely have a lot of respect and passion for the genre for sure.
I had pretty much the same. I had a mother that was just into horror as a kid, So she when I was like 5, she trained me on the Universal monsters, the 50 sci-fi horror films like Tarantula and Them and whatnot. But what was I? I was 6 when it came out. Yeah, I was 6. She took me to see The Exorcist when I was 6.
Oh shit!
Yeah, I've been a fan. I saw The Omen when it came out in the drive-in. I mean, a lot of movies. I got lucky. I got to see a lot of really cool horror films in the drive-in. What about yourselves?
I did. I saw. Yeah, I mean, I saw. Like, I remember seeing the double feature of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre Part 2 and the Reanimator when I was a kid. Yeah, look at that. At the drive-in, and yeah, I mean, we used to go all the time and see. I mean, I'm Friday the 13th Part 3. I think I saw at the drive-in. Halloween 4. Yeah, I mean, that was. It's kind of cool to see drive-ins are sort of coming back a little bit. We
have 6 of them here in Washington, and one's like about 15 miles away.
Yeah, there's one in Houston or Houston.
Yeah, I think Pasadena area.
Yeah. I saw the Poltergeist remake there. I almost drove. That sucked. Yeah, that was sad.
Yeah, I saw the Howling, Friday the 13th Parts 1 and 2 as a double feature.
Damn.
Yeah.
Those were the good old days.
Yeah, I've only been to a drive-in like once in my life, and it was recently because there's not a lot. I think there's like one in Connecticut, and I haven't seen any horror there. I mean, and as I grew up, I mean, I watched some horror. I mean, I remember watching Children of the Corn. I think when I was like I was like 8 or 9, and I was freaked out. But that's all I really remember. I never really delved that deep into horror until I got older, and now I really like it. I like being scared. So.
What about you, Drew?
I think the movie that got me was it's not like the best movie, but The Tooth Fairy or Darkman's Falls, about the Tooth Fairy. That was probably the scariest movie for me. I had like nightmares forever. I hated horror movies. But now I love horror movies, especially going like doing the movie, and it's just like now you kind of like realize and you kind of laugh at everything because it's fun making horror movies.
Yeah.
So of the movies that they mentioned in the movie, have you guys seen any of them? Mutilator, Motel Hell.
I actually watched all those movies before I shot the Party Night.
Really?
Yeah. I had to watch the Mutilator because that's what Troy said. That was probably one of the closest to what Party Night was going to be like. So I watched that one.
Mutilator is very cool movie.
I would like to, but
it's available, man. You can buy it on Blu-ray.
It's actually on Amazon Prime right now.
Really?
Yeah, I watched it again the other night and noticed things in it that paralleled Party Night that I didn't even think of.
And Billy filled on.
But yeah, no,
Billy! No, Billy!
The Mutilator was definitely the movie that I had in mind when I wrote Party Night. Even though, the Mutilator is not the greatest cinematic experience ever, there's just something about it that I always really liked. Like, I like the tone of it and the atmosphere. So,
they just released it last year on Arrow for the U.S.
Yeah.
So you can get it on Blu-ray if you want.
Okay. I remember one of the nights that we were at the house on set and stuff.
We were trying to have a horror movie night. I was trying to show these kids, some of the movies from the 80s. I think we watched Evil Laugh.
Yeah.
And I don't even remember the other one, but the half of them weren't even paying attention. They were, doing whatever. But we did have a night when we tried. I tried to get them to watch some movies, but
I think we went off and adventured the woods and stuff.
Yeah.
So whose house was that?
It was actually, what's real funny? It's a house I found it on Airbnb. the original location that we were going to film at, kind of the last minute, wasn't going to work out. So I kind of was in a panic and got on Airbnb and looked at houses out in the middle of nowhere that kind of fit my image of what the place would look like. Found one, contacted the owner, said, "Hey, we're going to film a horror movie, blah blah blah." And luckily, we found the perfect owners. They were thrilled to death to let us film there, and we we tore their house apart. Not literally, but I mean we took everything out. I mean they had it was a nice modern house. You would never know that from the movie because we gutted their living room and redid the whole living room. They had a big screen TV mounted on the wall that we had to take down. I mean, we did a lot to there. I mean, took all their pictures down. We got to chop their garage door down with the axe. They were thrilled. Bloody their bathroom, break their shower curtain rod, all this crap that we did.
Yeah.
I loved how bloody the bathroom got, man.
Yeah, that was something else. I think it took like Nick and Tallulah like 4 hours to clean that.
And
I was gonna say, you said you used a lot of blood in this movie. What was it in gallons? Do you know?
Well,
was it 4 gallons? Because it was 2 of those jugs. It was more. It was a lot.
It was a lot. I don't even. I mean, I know one of the jugs got ruined because somebody left it in the sun.
I remember that.
But yeah, I don't. It was a lot. It was a lot of blood. I'm thinking 4 or 5 big jugs of it.
Mm-hmm.
Would you ever think about doing a sequel to this?
Oh.
Who said no?
No,
Oh.
I said, oh, no.
You guys are dead.
Yeah, I'm done.
Or are we?
It was all a dream. You know what? I'm glad you asked that because I do, and I think I've actually told these. Maybe I don't. Maybe I haven't, but I have a sequel idea in mind, where the film would pick up exactly where it left off, and I'll give you a little hint of kind of like what it would be about or the route it would take. Is if you stayed around to the after the credits.
I did.
There's a scene there that ties to the opening scene, so it would pick up there. So I have it all in my mind. I just need to write it.
Yeah, I wondered about that.
Yeah,
you know?
We did that on purpose. Added that just in case a sequel or whatever, present itself.
It'd be cool. I mean, the cool thing about horror films is, well, there's a few rules. It's like if you didn't see them die, if they died off screen, it's like, oh, Travis is gone, and we didn't see that, the way he died.
Yeah.
Then he's not dead.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a horror classic. It's like, oh, then he shows up the last 5 minutes of the movie. He's like, oh, we thought you were dead. It's like, no, I was just off over here watching y'all get killed. I was in the safe spot over here.
Exactly.
Although Travis is seen at the end with the knife sticking out of his head, so.
No. I was just using him as an example.
No, I know. I'm just saying. No, I know. But, no, so there's a sequel in my mind swimming around. I'm focused on another project right now, so we'll see.
Is that, it's going to be another horror film, right?
Oh, absolutely. It's and these two guys know about it because they're going to be in it. It's a Christmas themed slasher.
Just promise me one thing. No clowns.
No.
No. I'm just. That seems like this last year, every horror film movie that's come out almost, there's a clown in it, and it's like the clown trend is over.
No, it's I always said I wanted to do two. I wanted to do 2 movies if I ever got a chance. I can't even believe I actually made one, but I always wanted to make a 80s throwback slasher movie and then a Christmas themed slasher movie because my favorite horror movie is Black Christmas. So it's kind of this one's kind of a mix between Black Christmas and Scream, and we're going to film it in June. And I mean, the cast already is amazing. Not only we have Billy and Drew coming back, but I have Brink Stevens.
Ooh,
yeah,
nice.
Helene Udy from My Bloody Valentine, Kaylee Williams. So it's yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna have to talk to her about that.
Yeah, no, it's and I was surprised that she took the role she did because it's a really small role. Think of like Drew Barrymore's Scream, but she was thrilled to do it. So I'm really excited because she's kind of an up and coming in indie horror. You know, she's done a lot of stuff lately.
She's done a lot of stuff. I mean, I've seen some of the stuff that she does, but she also does a lot. She works pretty hard in Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
You know where she's from. So
yeah. So that's the next project. I was actually working on it before you guys called, so I'm excited about it.
That's very cool. I'm a big fan of the work. When you say Black Christmas, you're talking the 1972 Bob Clark.
Yes.
Yeah.
Even though the sequel is fun, I mean it's a fun slasher movie.
I just but yeah, if you had to ask me what my favorite Christmas slasher movie is, I mean, modern, it's All Through the House. Yeah. But from the 80s, it's Silent Night, Deadly Night, man.
Yeah.
And basically because of that little bit of vermin that got attached to it because of the posters back then.
Yeah. You know? I mean, for the time it came out, it was pretty ballsy, you know, Linnea Quigley topless, impaled on deer antlers, I mean, by Santa Claus. That was pretty shocking.
Yeah, but that's not what got it in trouble. It was just the advertising.
It was the Santa with the axe going down the chimney.
Yeah.
Really? That got trouble?
That got in trouble, yeah.
They had to pull it from theaters like within a week after its release because parents were picketing it.
Really?
Yeah, they were. They're like, oh, this is very suggestive. They're saying that Santa Claus has come down. My little 6-year-old is gonna walk by and think Santa Claus is evil. It's like, well, wow.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, my Santa Claus is gonna kill me.
Exactly, you know. It's how dare you taint Christmas? It's like, well, we tainted every other holiday in the 80s. No one was whining about
that. That's Santa's from the South Pole.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You don't see anyone whining about My Bloody Valentine posters.
No. Well, no. Which is
I was lucky enough to see it in the theater when it was out.
My Bloody Valentine?
No, Silent Night, Deadly Night.
Oh no, I didn't. I had to wait. My brother and my grandfather did. I didn't get to go. I was too young.
I was lucky enough to see it. So I was 17 when it came out.
Oh, okay.
You know. But yeah, I do want to talk to you more about this. We'll talk to you guys on the live show. Got to wrap it up so we can get set up for that. But if people are looking for you, Drew, where can people find you on the internet?
Yeah, hit me up on Instagram, Twitter. I have a YouTube at I Am the Nerd Boy for my YouTube account, and then my name just Drew Shotwell is Instagram and Twitter. If you wanna follow me on there. I'm hilarious.
Don't go follow Drew. Just follow me. All right.
No.
Twitter at Billy Brann or go on IMDb, look me up. I'm an okay guy.
Okay.
Okay.
And Troy?
Facebook, Troy Escamilla. I think I'm the only Troy Escamilla in the world.
Best one.
You're the best one.
I'm pretty sure
I'm number one in our hearts.
Yes, absolutely. So Troy Escamilla. You can find me on Facebook. I think Instagram is just Troy ESC. It's a lot of mine. Twitter, I don't even know. I hate Twitter. I don't know.
That's okay.
I mean, Party Night has Twitter, and Party Night the movie Twitter. There's Twitter. We have a lot of followers on Twitter. I'm actually surprised. I don't know how or why, but we do. We have like over 1,000 followers on the Party Night Twitter.
Yeah, it has more followers than me.
It has more followers than a lot of people. Like, I don't know.
Well, it's a good movie. That's why.
Maybe.
Yeah.
No, it is a good movie, but I think maybe people are just like searching on Twitter for like parties or something, and it comes up. They're like, hell yeah, there we go.
Party, woo!
Party night, woo!
Yeah, they don't want to go to that party.
Well, you guys, thank you for coming on. Sit down. You're all welcome to come back anytime. You know,
except Drew, because he can't work his microphone.
All right, bye guys.
for Billy, Drew, and Troy, I'm the 13th Wolfman, and I'm on the prowl.
Bye. See you. Thanks. Don't hang up, guys.